Good days, guys. Today we're going to learn about passive voice. Here, a very good example of a passive voice is that sometimes you really want to get out of trouble, so you try to hide whoever the culprit is. So, here's the deal. For example, suppose that Bolt broke a vase. So, Bolt is the culprit here. He is the owner of the action of breaking a vase. Here, now, sometimes you really want to save Bolt from the trouble that he is in. So, we try to make the sentence into passive voice. Here is the passive voice. A vase was broken. So, in doing so, we try to hide away the culprit, whoever did the action, whoever broke the vase. Now, you see that a vase is here, the object of the action. But here, the was broken part is the verb part of the original sentence. So, here is the deal, guys. Whenever you want to get out of a trouble, you can use this structure so that you can get away and just be safe from trouble, especially from mom and dad. Here, now I want to make it into a big structure-oriented thing, as you know that. Now, the original sentence with the subject, object, and the verb and everything in it, we call that sentence as an active sentence. So, active voice, like active sentence, should be something like this. The subject of the verb, yes, followed by any kind of verb with its tense. And then, we have got the object of the verb. And then we have the rest of the sentences. Any kind of place, time, and so on. Here, when we want to turn this active sentence into a passive voice, passive sentence, we turn the object into the subject of the second sentence, that is. Here, the object comes to the forward. And then we have another deal. We have got passive voice be, which is this one. You should always remember that the tense of the previous sentence is derived, put onto the be verb here. And then the original verb, this part, this one goes here, and the verb goes here as the past participle part. Okay, so if you really want to say who it was or who did the action of the breaking the vase or breaking a window, you can say it. So, you can say it after all this by the subject. But this part of the sentence is not compulsory. You can just throw it away and forget about it, because what really happened or what really was important all in these parts is here, stated in this sentence. So, there are going to be some extra example sentences that I'm going to tell you. For example, this one. We clean our class every day. So, I want you to find out which parts, which parts are which one of these sentences, the structure of this sentence. What are these things? So, here, we, yes, Here is the subject of the sentence, and clean here is our verb. But what kind of verb or what kind of tense is it? Clean. So clean in everyday. It signifies that the sentence is in simple present tense. Yes? So here we have simple present tense. Anyways, next one. Our class. Our class is the object of the verb. Here we like what is cleaned. Yes? Like what are you cleaning? So every day you clean your class. So this one is the object of the sentence. And every day is the time and place and etc. etc. Yes? As you see. So from this structure we can see that the object is going to come here to the front of the sentence. So, our class object comes to the front. And then we have passive be with the tense. So, here, be tense is this one. Be becomes is, because be in the present simple tense becomes either am or is or even are. Yeah? Like one of these three is going to come here. So our class is third singular form of a noun. So this one is going to take is. Our class is. And then we're going to have verb 3. That means like the past participle of the verb clean. So it becomes cleaned. So our class is cleaned, and anything extra comes to the end of the sentence. That means our class is cleaned every day. You see? So now I want to give another 2 sentences so that you can deal with it, learn how to do it. Yes? Can I just erase it? Good, sure. I hope you wrote your structure. And I'm going to wipe it up. Good. It's gone. Now, I'm going to give you example sentences. First one. Sind and Ayush love horror films. So, I want you first define which part of the sentence is what. Okay, now the second sentence. Butler and I go on a picnic every week. Every week is a little bit often, so let's make it into this one. Instead of every week, we're going to use every fortnight. That means this word, fortnight, this word means 2 weeks. And this way it's not that often. Now, third sentence. You don't wash the dishes. Whenever I am here. Yeah? So, I'm going to ask you to define the parts of the sentences. Here, the first sentence. Sind and Ayush. These two are the owner of the action, loving horror films. So these are the subjects. Oh, subject. And love. This one is the verb. Yes? And then horror films is, as a whole, it's an object. So make it into the passive voice. It's easy. How about the next sentence? We have Butler and I as the subjects and go on a picnic. Well, you can do it like this. Yes, as a verb. Actually, this one is the verb. Let's go on. And every fortnight. This is the extra part that must not change. Sorry, okay. Here, guys, a picnic. This one is the object. Yeah? So, next one. You is a subject. Don't wash. Actually, don't wash the dishes is the verb actually, the whole one. Anyways, this one is the verb. And the dishes, this is the object. And whenever I am here is the extra clause that defines the time. Okay, now the most difficult sentence here is this one, because we have got go on a picnic, a phrasal verb. I have to explain to you in another lesson, but it's going to be easy enough now. First and second, no, third sentences are very easy. You can do it on your own, I hope. Now, I'm going to do it for you now. Object comes first, right? So, this is going to be horror films. Here, to be of passive is, in the sentence, are, because of this one. It's a plural as horror films, not one film, but many films. So we are going to use are. Next one, love. Yes, the verb becomes the past participle. So we have it this one. The horror films are loved. Well, the subject is going to be lost, as you know. If you want, you can just say it by those people. Right? But it's not necessary, as I told you, because passive voice is used to make the verb, to make the action more important than the subject themselves. So you can just lose the subject. Okay, here, second one, as I told you, I'm going to leave it right now, but the third one, it's easy enough. The dishes. Yet again, we have got a plural s, dishes. So we're going to use are, yes. The dishes are washed or aren't washed. Which one is it? I forgot totally. I totally forgot this one. Don't wash. That means it's going to be negative. So here we have aren't washed. Okay, so the dishes aren't washed whenever I am here. So this one is the sentence. So the second sentence, we have got this one, go on. Usually, in such sentences, any kind of phrasal verb takes up an object after it. It's a rule. Anyways, here, now, a picnic is gone on, somehow. Yeah, it's like that. Gone on every fortnight. This sentence is grammatically correct, but usually in normal cases, like in everyday life, we don't use this kind of sentence very much. You know it. So, but this one and the first one, these sentences are used all the time. You never miss it out. So, guys, as you see, any kind of passive voice sentence can be turned into active. But the subject is going to be like unknown, somebody or something. It could be anything. So I'm going to give you the 3 more commonly used tenses into passive voices. Here they are. I'm going to erase it now. Good. First sentence, gone. Second sentence, hopefully gone. Now, third sentence is also gone. Guys, I am going to give you the structures of the more commonly used tenses. Okay, so as I told you, the tenses are going to be first given. Now, simple present tense. Yes? So we use here like do, does, don't, doesn't, etc., etc. Here we have, after subject, we have verb 1 as the original part or verb SES. In he, she, it, we use it. So after that, we have got the object and anything extra. Yes? Here, the passive voice of such a sentence becomes this one. Depending on the object, yes, we have am, is, or are. After that, we have the past participle of the verb. And then anything extra. Time, place, anything, reason. Okay, so this is the simple present tense. How about a very simple past tense? What becomes of what? Here, subject is followed by verb ed, yes, or verb 2. It's followed by the object and extras. Here, verb ed, verb 2, that means the passive be of the next sentence is going to be a little bit different. Was or were. And then it becomes like this. It's going to be easy enough. So, guys, I'm going to write everything down. After that, you're going to write it down on your papers, notebooks, anything you want. Okay, so I hope you learned something about this one. You will see the full version of all the tenses right after the pause. Okay.